Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
You all ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
Dun, 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 dun.
This is a sham.
No. Y'all, just stop.
Get real.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Welcome to DBL. I'm in Merlot.
That's not Merlot.
Brust.
No.
Burgundy? No.
No.
Yeah. Okay. Good start. All right. So the trial for the Parkland school shooter is underway. And the shooter, who we have not named and are not naming, pled guilty back in November. And now a jury is being selected to decide if the judge should sentence him to life in prison or the death penalty. But a very strange thing happened in court yesterday. So one of the potential jurors had a unique reason why she was too busy to serve. Take a look.
I need to figure out something. I have my sugar daddy that I see every day.
I'm sorry?
My sugar daddy.
Okay, I'm not exactly sure what you're talking about, but
Well, I'm married and I have my sugar daddy. And I
Okay.
see him every day.
Al?
First of all, I'm sorry. I know I'm supposed to comment on whoever's talking, but the judge knew what a sugar daddy is. Okay? I don't like when people are like, I'm too above that. It's like, if you don't know what a sugar daddy is, you shouldn't be a judge. Straight up. It's a thing in culture. Let's be honest. And, it's very weird. Full disclosure, I know our own Kelly Schubert. She was on jury duty. I don't know what else you can say about that. My girl was very close to being on jury duty and just missed the cut and was like really upset. She was upset she didn't make it. So I was like, it's so interesting. Some people really want to, and some people will clearly say anything, Erica.
Oh,
not
yeah.
to.
Oh, yeah. Well, see, I've served on a jury 3 times.
Really?
And, yeah, the first 2, strangely enough, I was out of work and on unemployment, so I was really excited to be doing something. Like, I would show up every day. I had like all of my pens and my paper. I was like really into it, like super into it. And they both ended up being mistrials that we never even deliberated on.
That's awesome.
The third time, and I was always told this to use the media excuse, but that only works
like you work in media.
Right. That only works if it's a super high profile case that you've already put your opinion out there.
Right, not if it's just some small.
And I don't even know if it works then because I've never had a super high profile case. So yeah,
Well, that's always been my question, Tori. Maybe you can answer about high profile cases. They say jury of your peers. But it's like it seems like when they ask jurors, you need to have a blank mind. But like, how could you do that with something like George Floyd? Like everybody's seen it.
Right. A lot of the times, if it's really that high profile, they'll move the court case to a district that isn't where it happened, only because the jurors are
just not where it happened.
Yeah, only because anybody there would have seen it and have a feeling about it. I also always want to get on a jury because it's like my civic duty.
How have you not?
I know.
Who was doing the picking?
I don't know, but one guy, we got in and they sat us down and he was like, I don't believe in the government. And they're like, we haven't, dude. We haven't even gotten
just
to
a little
that
much.
part. Yeah, like, don't worry. I also think after OJ, a lot of Simpsons, OJ Simpsons, the jurors, there's a high profile means length. You're gone for a long period of time, and a lot of people do not want that. So a lot of people are trying to get out of that.
Erica said something to me. I know we got to move on, but it's like you said you were unemployed. You were excited to do it. Why aren't there professional jurors?
Because then
it's not a jury of your peers.
Right, and it's like now you're volunteering or you're in a position where you're wanting to create the outcome. I think the algorithm, so to speak, is supposed to be randomly selected but also reflective of the jury of your peers.
Exactly. Your girl told me, she was like, I was so close. We both love true crime.
Right.
I'm like, oh, she was so close. All right. Well, speaking of courts, today looks like it's going to be a historic day for Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson.
Yeah.
The Senate is expected to vote to confirm her to the Supreme Court. 3 Republicans are expected to join all 50 Democrats to vote her through. When she is sworn in this summer, she will become the first Black woman to serve on the nation's highest court. This is huge.
This is history.
This is enormous, and also something Biden ran on. This was a campaign promise. He promised that he would do this. He would elect someone that is, or appoint someone that is, an African-American woman. What do you think of the choice and of Judge Jackson's historic day?
Well, people had a lot to say about the, quote, campaign promise, but they don't have a lot to say about the fact that she's the most qualified person sitting on that bench.
It's
and
true.
That's not an opinion. It's just sheer fact.
Erica, I would push back and say she might be the most qualified person of any job anywhere. Like her resume, when I read it, I was like, am I repeating the paragraph because I kept reading Harvard. I'm like,
Harvard.
is this? She is on paper just stunning. I couldn't believe. I mean, I've never seen a candidate like her for any open position ever.
Yeah, and it's funny because Lindsey Graham is going to not say no on her. He did vote to approve her for the circuit court before, so he's already said confirmed her once before. Now he's changed his mind. And the other thing I wanted to say that you just brought up is, you remember when we talked about all the boxes being checked? Mm-hmm. She was a public defender, a federal public defender. If you don't know what that means, you represent people who are too poor to get a lawyer. This will be the first federal public defender on the Supreme Court. They're all very usually big shot prosecutors, or they go for clients that are corporate, and we've seen them play, and she is the only one, the first one, to have represented someone who didn't have the money to take her on as a lawyer.
And that was after she got her law degree from
Harvard, and she was on the editor of the Law Review.
Oh, and then she became a public defender.
Correct.
Do you guys understand
So interesting.
the reaction that she must have gotten from people when she told people she was about to be a public defender with the Harvard? I'm sure people really wanted to have her committed for 48 hours to make sure she was mentally healthy.
Because it's all the money's gone.
Because it's such a self-sacrificial move career-wise. Because with that degree, you can take it on down to New York City and be on the 75th floor and start living the life that you've always dreamed of. And she chose to go downtown.
Yeah. Right.
And that's a bigger deal than that's bigger than words. That's actions. I don't know if I could do it.
Right. And I wanted to make that clear that no one else has ever done that on the bench. So I just wanted to make that clear. Her daughter also happens to go to my high school.
the Georgetown Day?
Georgetown Day School. She's a senior, Layla. She's the one in the lavender that looked at her mom in that great picture with such pride. And I'm just very proud of the Hoppers. Yes, our mascot is the grasshopper.
Okay.
For peace.
Who was your rival?
Sidwell Friends, the Quaker school that the Obamas went to.
Are you serious?
Yeah, so it was like grasshopper.
There are all these schools I've never knew existed.
And it's
that's a little.
There's a reason for that. If you had the money, you would know that they were there.
But it is interesting because at our school, if I had a paper on, let's say, Iran-Contra, the Iran-Contra affair, I was expected to interview a senator. I interviewed Lieutenant Colonel Oliver North for my freshman year.
Are you serious?
On Iran-Contra. And I know that sounds really elitist, but it's also access and learned and immersive and wonderful. So I'm very proud of my school.
Wow.
Yeah.
My freshman year, I was sitting on the bench, JV, basketball.
Yeah.
That was mine. We had different years.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
But we're here together.
Went to college with my mom since I was about 6. Just sat in college courses since I was 6 years old.
That's why you're so brilliant.
Exactly.
Coming up on DBL, Bravo star Craig Conover dishes on his Southern Charm castmates. Plus, are Mila Kunis and Gwyneth Paltrow completely out of touch for suggesting that women invest in cryptocurrency? Ooh, we're talking about that next. Stay tuned.
Closed captioning provided by
Guys, I just bought this dress from Rent the Runway because it's a halter, and I've learned over the 5 seasons this is the best shape for me. And I just want to say I should have gotten married in a halter. I really should have been married in this cut because my clavicle, do you see it? The clavicle, like this, really, yeah. So yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. They were like, you can move on, and then you were like, no.
I didn't.
He goes,
I wasn't sure.
We could definitely have kept talking.
Hey,
This is Karen, everyone. She's gonna produce us.
It's a weird thing where I'm
this is a
I'm
very
not sure where we are with time at all. So
If no one says anything to you, we have plenty of time.
okay, good. And guys, we're sitting here talking. Erica, I want to get your opinion. I feel like Tori's dress color is Santa Fe rust.
I think that's closer than Merlot.
Yeah.
By far.
Merlot is like a dark blood
There's
on
almost
red
a purple
almost.
in the Merlot.
Like I have more of a Merlot tint.
Yeah, Erica's pants I feel like are Merlot. But what are Karen's pants?
The other thing, okay, so there are a couple of things
Those
to
are
this.
red. But
This is red.
Oh, that's every time you wear those. It's
The controversy.
Do you guys think this is
We need to get our viewers.
a rust?
Yeah.
More of a rust.
So
Sorry,
the two
touch.
things
had
I
a
wanted
good
you guys to
description.
bring up or discuss is basically
Gwyneth and Mila saying be like the boys, invest like be like men. And the other thing is they're very, very rich.
Right.
And for them, like Mila saying, you know, women are risk averse traditionally. They like to coupon, they like to save. Well, you know what? You've got a net worth of like, what, tens of millions of dollars. So does Gwyneth. So for them to say, be very cavalier about it, I don't know, is that irresponsible?
Yeah,
So
that's
this
so
said-
funny that we had that conversation in the hair and makeup room about
Investments this morning.
Crypto is
And
weird,
like,
y'all. Crypto is
They don't at all talk
It's-
about the risk involved in
Right,
this.
they
Right.
did in their clips.
because it goes up and then it goes quite down.
And also their idea of being like the men.
Welcome back. Some Hollywood actresses are getting in on the cryptocurrency craze. Mila Kunis and Gwyneth Paltrow took part in an investing info session along with Mark Zuckerberg's sister and encouraged women to put their money into digital currency like Bitcoin. So let's take a look. We'll talk about it on the flip side.
I don't need men to tell me where the lines are, and I can do this. I also think that we are so conditioned as women to be risk averse. I think I'm really fortunate in a place in my life where I want to take risks.
I think we have been largely left out of this conversation as women, and we have watched a lot of these bros get together and earn a lot of money. And I think we deserve to be in the space just as much. I also think that there's a high probability that crypto will really be the future.
So apparently they also said, Karen, be like the boys in that, so as a motivator for girls or women to get involved, which is a weird thing to say.
Well, no, I think I understand the sentiment.
Yeah.
And I do believe in the idea that women are taught to be risk adverse. I think anytime Al and I were having this conversation about just investments, like things like that, and we were actually talking about bags, like luxury bags, because he was asking about something that I was carrying. And I was like, I don't buy bags because they're investment pieces. And I know a lot of people feel that way.
Right.
But I beat my bags to hell because I use them. So, and it's kind of like a weird thing, especially when we have these conversations with women, because you'll hear women say, oh, I bought this like a luxury something as an investment. And I'm like, if you don't have a 401k or an investment portfolio, why are you starting with a Birkin? Like, it doesn't make any sense. And I think with crypto is so complicated, because if you have like a luxury, if you have an actual investment portfolio as a woman, then, and you have the funds to take that risk, that makes total sense. But we have to understand that people aren't always talking to the broader audience. They're not talking to every woman. They're talking to a woman who has a certain degree of resources and has an actual portfolio. So right now, a lot of people are having these conversations in the bro club about, you know, the idea of investing in tech versus investing in commodities. And commodities have been doing a lot better than tech. So if you're not in those conversations with diversifying, and diversifying the people who are speaking to you, like I have a woman and two men on my team. And I listen to, and it's a black woman and a white guy and a Hispanic guy.
Yeah.
Like, I'm listening to everybody.
Very
like,
diverse
what's
crew
going
you
on
have.
here?
College brochure crew.
Al, I don't have a team.
Yeah, no, I don't think a lot of people do. And you know, when I saw this story this morning and we talked about it in the morning meeting, the first thing I thought about was watching that documentary on, with the leggings. LuLaRoe, and they were talking about how young women that are at home, that have had kids and are basically just at home, 27, 28, they want to participate, they want to give to the home, but they have kids at home. So they are prime targets for MLMs, pyramid schemes, and things like that, because they go, what are you doing folding clothes? Do you want to make some money, Erica?
Yeah.
You want to sit at home, Tori?
Sure.
And people go, I want to make some money.
Sure.
And they are prime targets for things like this. And I got that. As soon as I saw this story, I was like, this is just like all the other kind of scams that I've seen. I'm not saying crypto's a scam.
No, it's not a scam.
I have crypto too.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. It's not a scam. But the way people do make money at the top. People that invested in crypto 5-7 years ago. So
You're
it's
right.
different now.
You're right on that.
And the fact that
But
we are all learning about it now, it's probably too late?
I don't know if it's too late, but I think that you need to understand if you are the intended audience and don't try to make yourself an intended audience if your resources don't support that.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And remember, when it goes up, but it comes down fast, that crypto.
That's great investment advice. Goes up and down.
Coming up on DBL, our interview with Bravo star Craig Conover. He's spilling all the Southern Charm tea, and we did get some tea.
Oh, I want some tea.
We got tea.
One of the most treasured parts of the game happens before the umpire calls play ball. Accounts of special guests throwing out a ceremonial first ball date back to the 1890s, like this report of President William McKinley, then governor of Ohio, tossing the ball from the stands to the diamond in 1892. It is America's pastime after all, and America's presidents have partaken in ceremonial first pitches for more than a century. Here's a photo of William Howard Taft at National Park tossing the ball on opening day in 1910, the first presidential pitch at the majors. Archived Sports Illustrated reports say it was an effort to boost attendance, and it worked. Nearly every president since then has participated on opening day and to start games throughout the season. You do not, though, have to win the White House to play the role. You don't even have to be any good at baseball. For a tradition that you won't find in the MLB's official rules, the first pitch has certainly made a lasting impact on America's game. With your Verify, I'm Abby Larico. Play ball.
Ghost flights are empty or nearly empty airplanes flying their regular route, and they're not a rare occurrence. A report in the British newspaper Guardian found there are 500 ghost flights in the United Kingdom every month. The reason airlines bother with these flights is to keep precious landing and departing slots. It's a complicated system, but basically airlines need to secure slots at airports for takeoff and landing. At some high-traffic airports, those slots are incredibly valuable, and airlines must use those slots 80% of the time to keep them. So even if they sell no tickets or just a couple, airlines will still run those flights. When the pandemic hit, the threshold was lowered to 50%, but that still resulted in hundreds of ghost flights. Now, environmental groups are calling for an end to the practice, pointing to the wasted jet fuel and CO2 emissions.
You sit home and you sew and you pretend to do things.
What's wrong with my sewing?
Bravo! I'm a sewer. That clip launched a very successful business for Southern Charm star Craig Conover. And earlier we spoke with him about his new book. Plus, he gave us his unfiltered take on social media. Take a look.
Before we begin, I'm told you could hear the last segment that we were all talking about before the commercial break. So what do you think of filters on social media?
It's changed the baseline for everything. So now, like, I don't use them, and the comments that you get, people are like, why is your skin not flawless? Like, why are your teeth not bright white? And you're just like, the fact that people don't live in the real world anymore is just mind-boggling to me. So I block, like, any mean comment about anyone else, I just look who liked that comment and I block all of them too. So I've filtered a pretty healthy space on my page at this point.
Sounds like it. I like the collective block strategy.
I do the blocking too.
You do?
Oh yeah. If I'm confused about what you say, block.
How do you feel in that clip from Southern Charm now? And looking back, was there anything wrong with your sewing?
No, and there wasn't. And, I fortunately, even though everyone else in my life thought there was something wrong with it, that's what I talk about in the book is you're the only one that needs to believe in yourself. So I knew that I had something there, and everyone else thought I was crazy. But it's funny to look back to those years when, people really were angry at me for even thinking about stepping outside of being a lawyer.
Wow.
Good for you.
First of all, I stepped out from being a lawyer too, and I'm a sewer. So I just want to say, needle up to you. I don't think that's a thing, but whatever. I just wanted to say it. I cross-stitched.
If he could, he'd block you right now.
I'm a cross-stitcher. I just want to say I'm so excited to talk to you because men really tend to shy away from sewing because of those stereotypes, right? So make the connection for me between sewing and being bullied in high school.
So, well, I was fortunate that I still had home ec when I was in middle school. So we learned how to cook, we learned how to sew, and I really loved it. I wasn't really, I don't know why I was bullied, you know, and you never really do. And I think that's where the shame came from being bullied, is I wanted to protect my parents from it. But I mean, I don't know, kids are just cruel, and really it comes from stuff that they deal with at home. But, you know, I love to sew, and what has come from having this business is people come in the store all the time, young guys or even older guys, and they're like, look, I'm the one that taught my daughters how to sew. I just really don't talk about it outside of the house, because I don't know, hopefully we're just changing, you know, that it's okay to step outside of those stereotypes.
Craig, are you in Paige's closet?
Yes, I am in Paige's closet right now.
All right.
We just
check it. We just check it. Okay, but let's get back to your ex, Naomi, because obviously this whole thing has been cemented in history. So in that clip from Southern Charm, how did you end up working with her on your new book, Pillow Talk? Because wasn't she a hater?
Yeah, I mean, I was very fortunate with the timing of stuff, because basically she had just broken up with her ex here in New York, and she called me and apologized for everything and really came clean about her behavior back then and everything that I had always wanted to hear and that everyone else in my life. So when it came time to write the book, I was like, hey, you know, I don't feel right telling our story without your input. So she actually interviewed with my writer a couple times, and that's why I feel so comfortable with, you know, what we put out in the book.
Craig, thank you so much for joining us. DBL Nation, you can pick up a copy of Craig's book, Pillow Talk. What's wrong with my sewing? He's also taking his podcast on the road. Visit pillowsandbeer.com for upcoming dates in a city near you. Bye, Craig.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
Millions of Americans have diabetes and need insulin to survive. But the price of that drug is often too much to bear. The American Diabetes Association estimates a quarter of diabetics have at some point had to ration their insulin. That's dangerous and can even be fatal. Outrage to those circumstances prompted the U.S. House to pass the Affordable Insulin Now Act. The bill was largely promoted by Democrats, and 12 House Republicans voted in favor. The Senate has not yet voted on it. Supporters say the act would cap the cost of insulin to $35 per month. But there's been debate among diabetics activists and lawmakers about how helpful the proposal would really be. So let's look into it. Would the Affordable Insulin Now Act cap the cost of insulin to $35 per month for all Americans? Well, to verify, we'll look at the text of the bill and an analysis of the proposal conducted by the Kaiser Family Foundation. Here's what the bill actually says. Beginning January 1st, 2023, health insurance shall provide coverage of selected insulin products and shall not apply any deductible or impose any cost sharing in excess of $35 per 30-day supply. In other words, if you're insured, this bill would cap your monthly copay for insulin at $35. If you're uninsured, this bill wouldn't do anything to help you. That could still mean significant relief for some diabetics. A Kaiser study found about a quarter of insulin users would see their monthly costs reduced by this proposal. But there's nothing in the bill that would limit the actual price pharmaceutical companies charge for the drug. And critics say as a result, insurance companies could just wind up raising premiums. Critics also point to a key word in that bill text we just read, the word selected. The bill would not require insurers to cover all types and brands of insulin, meaning some people might need to alter their prescription in order to save money. So we can verify, no, the Affordable Insulin Now Act would not cap the cost of insulin to $35 per month for all Americans. It only impacts some people with health insurance. With your Verify, I'm Casey Decker.
Going from gas to electric. Let's connect the dots. Gas prices are still high. Some people paying an arm and a leg just to get around. Now folks are ditching their cars for electric scooters. The Wall Street Journal reporting demand for e-scooters and e-bikes is surging. A Miami-based manufacturer says sales are up 70% over last year, and a San Francisco manufacturer says its sales are up 60%. Grand View Research shows electric scooters is a billion-dollar industry, with North America expected to see the biggest increase over the next 10 years. They attribute the rise in popularity to increasing demand for fuel-efficient vehicles and environmental concerns. Remember, there may be even more on the way. And that is Connecting the Dots.
This April, connect with Al, Tori, Erica, Jeff, and Sam. Oh my gosh, I love it. Dynamic discussions.
You pick and choose your
That's not
freedoms
true.
of speech.
Can I finish? Passionate emotions.
Let's start putting our money where our mouth is.
but you
Get real.
And bringing all the fun.
In the words of Al Jackson, this is banana grass.
Real conversations are on DBL. I love this story.
That's why you watch every show.
DBL, all new every day.
Break out those phones and scan our QR code, huh? Now we have one. You don't want to miss these deals just in time for Mother's Day. Check it out. Steph, what do you have for us today?
First up, we've got laundry short sleeve capri pant pajama set. So this deal includes one top and one bottom, available in 3 adorable styles. It's tailored with exceptional quality and softness. Normally it is $98, but we've got it for only $25, which saves everyone at home 75%. Now, Tori, this one it's got to be one of our favorites. It is Cuisinart.
Yay!
We've got Cuisinart Color Core 10-piece multicolor knife set with, let's not forget, the blade guards.
Nice.
So safe. Look at that.
Nice.
So the deal includes a chef's knife, slicing knife, santoku knife, utility knife, and a paring knife. It also comes with Cuisinart's lifetime warranty, of course. Normally, they're $65, but we've got them for only $29, which saves 55%. And next up, we've got Pop Sonic Buff 2.0 facial exfoliator tool.
Ooh.
The head is made with stainless steel and it's got 3 modes for different needs: regular, gentle, and pulse.
Brilliant.
Yeah, get in there.
Yeah.
So normally this is $90. We've got it, Tori, for only $19.
Oh.
I know, so it saves everyone 79%. And then last, but definitely not least, we have got Life Pro Vitalize Plus heated foot massager and vibration machine.
Whoa.
The heated massager has 20 speeds and 5 preset modes for customized support. So normally this device is $300, but we've got it just for you guys for $79. I know, so it saves everyone 74%.
Guys, head on over to morningsave.com to snag these amazing deals at the lowest prices. You can even go ahead and scan that QR code right on your screen, or you can visit morningsave.com on your smartphone. Thanks so much, Steph. Good stuff for Mother's Day. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Chris Clark's birthday!
Yay!
It's our executive producer's birthday. We want to wish you the happiest of happy. You are our Gelman, and we love you so much.
Call him Gelman.
DBL's new every day. We'll see you same time, same place tomorrow. Happy birthday, Chris!